SGA vs Ant. Two of the brightest young superstars in the league are about to face off in the Western Conference Finals, and in my opinion, the winner of this series is going all the way and winning the NBA championship. Let's break down some key factors, limitations, and of course, my prediction. But before we do, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, it really helps the channel out. The first thing we have to talk about is star power. Right now, the best player heading into this series is without a doubt, gilgeous-alexander. I don't think that's really up for a debate. Yeah, some Ant fans say he's the best player in the West or even the face of the league. And Ant is a beast, no question about that, but the numbers don't lie. Shai is cool, calm, and surgical. He gets to his spots with zero wasted motion and has always been in the MVP conversation all year long. Against Minnesota this season in 4 games, SGA averaged 35 points, 9 boards, and 8.5 assists on efficient shooting. That's actually better than his season averages, so clearly he turns it up against Ant and the Wolves. Anthony Edwards, on the other hand, averages about 23.3 points, 10 boards, and 7.8 assists against OKC. Solid numbers, but Shai has just been on another level in those matchups. But guys, let's be real, the playoffs are a different beast. I mean, we've seen in every series so far, it's extremely physical. The whistles slow down, and guys have to work harder for every single bucket. Now look, Shai against the Minnesota defense might struggle to get calls and space against them, but the same goes for Ant. He'll be dealing with players like Dort, Caruso, you got Chet and Hartenstein in the paint, SGA as well. Both teams have a defensive presence. That being said though, I still give the edge to OKC here. They have the more consistent and more efficient star, and beyond that, they're even deeper. I mean, J-Dub is a mismatch nightmare with his size, strength, and playmaking. The guy can score from all 3 levels and opens things up for everyone else. Then there's the front court matchup. You have Chet, who has finesse, he's long, he can shoot, versus Rudy Gobert, who's just, a defensive monster and a rebounder. That's going to be really fun to watch, and that's going to be a physical battle. I hope Chet doesn't get hurt. But we also have to ask, what version of Julius Randle are we getting? Because if he's passive, disappears for stretches, or racks up bad fouls early, this could be a really short series for Minnesota. Guys, the second point we have to talk about is defense and identity. Now guys, Minnesota's defense this year was elite. You got Rudy Gobert anchoring the paint, McDaniels locking up guards and wings, and Ant, who's taking a big step defensively, especially off ball. They're long, physical, and they make you uncomfortable in the half court. But guys, we can't sleep on OKC's defense. They are a presence on the defensive end. They led the league in forced turnovers, and they play fast, switch everything, and just swarm you. We saw against Jokic how they just absolutely smothered him every play, having different matchups on him, sending 4 or 5 guys to just stop one player. And Jokic is a much scarier threat than Ant. They're young, they're deep, and they thrive on turning defense into offense, especially in transition. And when you look at both of the rosters, here's why I give OKC the edge. Minnesota relies heavily on Ant for offensive creation. If he's struggling, they don't have many reliable shot creators behind him. On the other hand, OKC has a plethora of weapons. Shai, Jalen, even guys like Caruso and Chet, these guys can create their own shot. They have the guard defenders to throw at Ant all series long, and it's going to be a long, physical, and draining series for the Timberwolves. But guys, the next point we have to talk about are the X factors of this matchup. For OKC, it has to be Lu Dort and Alex Caruso. These two need to make Ant work every second of the 40+ minutes that he's gonna play. They have to swarm him, limit his shots, and force the other guys to make it. For Minnesota, it's the role players. Guys like Naz Reid, Gilgeous-Alexander, and others, they have to step it up. If Ant can trust them to hit shots like he did in the Lakers series, this could be real tough for OKC, and we could see them being sent out this round. But guys, for my prediction, I think this is going to be a tough series, both teams trading games, physical, making shots, huge moments, but I've got to go with OKC in 6 games, closing it out on the road in Minnesota. I trust Shai's consistency more than Ant's right now, and I think OKC is just a better built team. They're deeper, more versatile, and have more ways to beat you on both ends of the floor. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think SGA is better than Ant, or if Ant's better than SGA. There's really only one correct answer there. Let me know who you think is going to win. And like I said, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.